Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. The other day, I did a little funny run, wrong button, did a little funny run using Wound Clara to get a bleed run going on a team without any bleed on it. So I'm going to be doing a similar-ish thing today, but with burn. We're running a team without a single burn ID, and we're going to see how much burn we can stack, how much we can use burn. Now, it's not quite as easy here as it was for the that run. And it's because Wound Cleric is stupidly good. For us, though, we kind of have a big issue for count. So, Helterfire's Dream does nothing for us, really. Wrath, Absolute Resonance, inflicts some burn, but otherwise we can't trigger this. Fiery Down means a Lust skills inflict burn potency, so that means we're focusing on Lust skills and get a bunch of burn potency. But we don't have a way to get burn count. And, truth of the matter is, we're not going to have a way to get burn count until... Oops. That's not the right team whatsoever. Give me a second. I just kind of autopiloted. Yeah, it's not the team because there is a burn unit here. So there's two possibilities for burn count for us. Now, we do have Philip Sinclair, and that's because his support passive actually allows non-burn units to inflict burn count potentially. Because if we take a look at this... God... When number one Zoid hits heads, inflict 1 burn count 4 times per turn. It's a 3 Wrath Res. I'm not going to rely on it. This team can theoretically get Wrath Resonance going on. It's not like the most likely thing, but it's because, you know, 2 skill 3s and a skill 1 need to be done on the same turn. And we could theoretically ego, but most of our Wrath egos have burn on them, other than, like, regret, I guess. We're not even using you, so that doesn't even matter. Yeah, so... that part's not going to be... it's not going to be too likely. We might get a little bit of use out of him. But our main way to get burn count is going to be Dust to Dust. This is a tier 3 burn E.G.O Gift, so we can't start out with it. But we can potentially fuse for it if we get lucky with the E.G.O Gifts we get. Or we might just get it early on if we're lucky on that sense, right? Yeah, that's a basic hope. Dust to Dust makes all enemies start with a little bit of burn and burn count each fight. And also means that if you get Lust or Sloth Absolute Resonance or one upgraded Sloth Resonance at all, you can get a little more burn count. So that's going to be the plan. Mostly Lust, we get Dust to Dust to get burn count going, and we get a slight Sloth Res whenever we need to for the sake of that. Because we do have some people with Sloth defensive skills on this team, because we have both the Molar IDs, they both have Sloth defensive skills. So if we ever need more burn count with Dust to Dust plus, we just need to get a 2 Sloth Res, so we just have both of them defend. And it's simple as that. We might have egos too, I guess, because, like, yeah, that we can just use defensive skills if need be, right? But yeah, that's a basic idea. A lot of, you know... I mean, it took me like 3 minutes to describe that entire thing, but... it's fairly simple, it's just a little weird, because we need to rely on a tier 3 E.G.O gift, and we can't start out with tier 3 E.G.O gifts in Mirror Dungeon 4. So we're gonna need to get a little bit either lucky or... I mean, I guess just lucky. Depending on what we get from these events, if we can get like a tier 3 and a tier 2 from these... ooh. I'll gamble this for the bit. No darn. The tier 1 wouldn't help us too much, so... that's fine. We could theoretically... I mean, that seems too likely. If we can get a tier 3 E.G.O gift from this upcoming this upcoming event, we could theoretically fuse a tier 3 burn E.G.O gift and potentially get Dust to Dust. Actually, we might be able to do it without. Should have already taken the tier 1. I'm getting mixed up, aren't I? I think we might need a tier 3. I don't remember. We'll see, though. We might be able to fuse Dust to Dust. There's 3 burn tier 3 E.G.O gifts, I'm pretty sure, because there's Dust to Dust, there's Charred Disc, and then there's, the new one. Forget what the new one is. I don't think it's too good. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure there's a new one. I actually can't remember off the top of my head. There is a new burn E.G.O gift tier 3, right? I'm pretty sure there is, because there definitely wouldn't be. It's just not one. Whatever it is, it's not coming to mind, though. Probably something random. But regardless of that, we do get Flaring Brand here. I think, who did I deploy first? Was it you? It might have been you. Okay. So you're going to be able to inflict some burn count here, so that's cool. It doesn't matter too much because it's a normal fight. And obviously, I didn't talk about it, but if we get Glimpse of Flames, obviously that would also work for burn. I'm not too invested in the idea simply because, yeah, of course, you can run Glimpse of Flames and have any team become a burn team to a degree. I might just actively, even if I see Glimpse of Flames, I might just not take it. Because I don't know, I think it ruins the fun. Sure, take this is good because we've got a lot of lust. I guess not necessarily good, but it works well for us because we've got a lot of lust. And without lust, take SP damage, show only IDs we're not even using. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can fuse some stuff together, and it's not looking good. Yeah, we can fuse a tier 2. I don't really want to get rid of Fiery Down because that's our only good way of getting burn potency going. So we're just going to have to rely on the tier 2 shop, maybe or floor 2 shop, maybe floor 2 clear rewards, and hopefully get it before floor 3 so that we can upgrade to ++. But if we don't manage that, then that's still fairly fine. Because it's not like we need it to be ++. I mean, maybe able to fuse it on the floor 3 rest stop, right? Either of those options work well enough. Shank, nice, gets the kill. We've got him, the two people on this team who don't have Lust skill 1s instead of Lust skill 2s. You, because, you know, 4 coin skill 2 works really well. And you, because you've got Sloth stuff, so, and I've wanted another person with Sloth. And you also do have Yasunyata, which, you know, is a Lust ego that we could use that doesn't have any innate burn infliction for the sake of inflicting burn through Fiery Down. Yeah, our burn is going to be pretty bad for the first decent chunk of this run. Is there any other E.G.O gifts that are good for burn infliction that we can actually use? I don't know. I think burn's got some pretty lame E.G.O gifts with Mirror Dungeon 4. There's some stuff that I just genuinely don't remember what they do. I know, like, polarization or whatever it's called is a damage increase for burn skills or something along those lines, which doesn't help us. There's some other random stuff here and there. Can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are some other stuff. Well, either way, we get Ashes to Ashes here, which is a burn gift that does a little bit, technically. All enemies having burn, physically cannot happen right now. I think we can upgrade it to make it usable, but then we'd be upgrading it, which seems like a waste. Okay, we can grab Pinpoint Logic Circuit. I didn't think about that, yeah. So Envy skills also could very well get some decent potency going. I completely forgot about it. I should have thought about that, yeah. Oh, Hell's Chicken. Wait. I also didn't think about that. Wait, we can't trigger it. I immediately... Okay. I was thinking about the chicken drumstick, which is whenever you inflict 5 burn count, but I'm pretty sure it's only when skills inflict burn, so I don't even think we can use it. Okay, well that's fine. Hongaloo wants more skill too, so we'll take that. Don't mind if I do. I'll take basically anything for burn just to get them out of the pool, right? Char Disc, yeah, it's not the tier 3 we want, but we get it out of the pool, so that's pretty good. Ardent Flower, that's the other one, that's right. Now I think we've got all the burn tier 3s except for the one we want, so should be in a good spot to be able to fuse it next floor, right? That's the hope. We'll take a risk encounter. But yeah, so Chicken Drumstick physically doesn't do anything for us, I don't think. Also, I'm pretty sure both those E.G.O gifts we just got physically don't do anything for us either. Let's actually take a look through them. I don't remember all of them, but like this one definitely doesn't, because yeah, whenever you inflict burn with skills, deal more damage with attack skills that inflict burn whenever the target is low HP. We don't have any skills that inflict burn. When doing in clash with skills that inflict burn, yep. All 3 of these do physically nothing for us. This only works with Wrath Resonance, but only for a little bit of burn potency, which isn't really worth it. And I guess this one does help us to a degree. Obviously this does. This is minimal, if anything. Alright, we're looking pretty good on burn, aren't we? And we've got almost every burn E.G.O gift at this point. So yeah, looking pretty good. I'm gonna take Glimpse of Flames so that we can do anything with this, because otherwise we're really not. I'd kind of be down for like a super tanky boss or something, simply so we could actually have time to build up the burn. But on the other hand, I'm sure that would be suffering. If we can get like Steam Transfer Machine or something, it would be really funny though, right? So something to consider, I suppose. Bonk. Daring decision. We're just doing damage here. Once again, I'm not really worrying too much about... I'm going for Lust Resonance stuff because, like, why wouldn't I? I guess we could theoretically get some syncing going with Lust Resonances if we get Thorny Path. That's a riveting idea. Yeah. I might try and keep on doing this with other stat effects, but I'm not fully sure how... I don't really think you can get Rupture or Syncing to work, and I think it's a little too easy to get Poise or Charge to work. So the only question is if you get a non-Tremor Tremor team to work, but even then, like, it's kind of pointless without Tremor Bursts. But I guess that's where Suncliff comes in. Since Suncliff is not a Tremor unit, but has a Tremor Burst. Might be the only time that's ever been usable. We'll see. Maybe I can use E.G.Os that have Tremor Bursts on them, but no Tremor Infliction. Depending on how I feel like doing that. And maybe I just won't do it at all. Because, like, if you do, you know, Tremor with no Tremor, the strats just can, what, get Nixie Divergence for count, and then just spam Gluttony with Green Spirit. And I think that's, like, all there is to it. There might be some other stuff that helps out, too. I guess even if you're not getting bursts or anything going, you still benefit from Reverberation. The Reverberation E.G.O Gift, not Tremor Reverb, of course. Since Reverberation inflicts random debuffs to enemies with, or not random, but a bunch of debuffs to enemies with high Tremor. So that's something, I guess. I don't know. Either way, this team sure is, you know, doing its best. We're getting some decent burns scattered around, funnily enough, thanks to Char Disc. Yeah, that guy's at 20, like, that guy's at like 30 when he died. So that's cool. No count or anything, but like I said before, that may change. Keyword being may. Yeah, we get both of these, but when inflicting burn with a skill, yeah, inflict +3 burn count. So that's never gonna happen unless it's worded incorrectly, but I get the feeling that it's worded properly. Oh, I'll take the haste one, sure. I could just gamble on the one that deals more damage, but the haste one, I'll just take it, I guess. Because why not? Okay, one more fight before we can deal with Papa Bongy. This floor has been fairly successful for us, even if we can't make... We've got so many burn E.G.O gifts now that we can pretty easily just fuse a bunch together to potentially get what we're looking for. We actually probably could fuse a burn tier 4, couldn't we? We could try fusing for Glimpse of Flames if we wanted to. Which... maybe, I guess, right? We might just get, like, the Fragment of Hellfire, that's what it is. Yeah, Fragment of Hellfire, which obviously does nothing for us since we're not using anything with Burn. But Glimpse of Flames would be stupidly busted for us. I don't particularly want it, though. I just want Dust to Dust, and then I want to get my team to work. It's probably going to offer me Glimpse of Flames simply because I don't want it, but I don't see an issue in not taking it. I think we can make this work without, you know, the burn deluge of Glimpse of Flames. Okay, Papa Bongy time. This should be fine. I'm not that concerned whatsoever. We're gonna just Sun Shower immediately. We can use it because there sure isn't any burn on it, right? Close to being able to Wrath Res, but you know, the only Wrath E.G.O we have is Fourth Match Lane, which has burn, so we can't do that. Yeah, we actually could get some Wrath Res if we grinding the Molded instead. No, is it? No, it's 3 Wrath Res, yeah. Okay. Actually, it's not worth it because we'd only get a single burn count because it's based on how many hits you land. It's not worth it. Okay. We could have triggered Sinclair passive this turn, but I've come to the fairly smart conclusion that it is not worth it whatsoever. And I will move on with my life. It's the wise thing to do, I think. Do some damage to this one for the fun of it. I don't think Mutilate kills. Okay, definitely not if you get Tails. Did it just not even show the damage number for that? Did we just... what? Did I just not see it? Wait, is... no, not... no, wait. That only did 20 damage. That's interesting. I don't know. I must have just not seen it. No, did we get dodged for Mutilate? I thought we outrolled that thing by a little bit, but no, I guess we got dodged for the Mutilate. Huh. That would do it, I guess. Well, that Sun Shower was pathetic. Like, comically so. Well, that's fine. We can try again. Shh. If you don't succeed at first, try again. Shank the chicken bucket. Otherwise, just attack you a bunch, get some lust going, so that we can inflict some burn, I guess. Shank just kills chicken bucket, yeah, makes sense. Didn't even get fourth coin off. We've got the sloth power-up stuff this turn, but it's only going to affect Sun Shower. Which is fine. That's good enough. Yeah, we got the burn going, cool. We get the Sun Shower going, please get heads. Cool. So yeah, your sanity's back up to max. Sometimes you just gotta do a little bit of gambling and then your mental health is fully recovered. You know, if Limbus has taught me anything, it's that. Yeah, the damage number didn't show there. Is it a bug recently? Huh. I guess I just didn't notice. I really feel like I would have noticed, but I mean, I'm also not very observant at times, so I guess I'm not surprised if I just straight up didn't notice something like that going on. Well, that's fine. Okay, we get Pinpoint Logic Circuit here, though, so that's pretty good. More burn stuff. We'll take a random E.G.O Gift for Fusion Fodder. Lithograph. Cool, healing. No Glimpse of Flame, but we don't want to go to a floor with Dust to Dust. So we'll go to be Crushed. We might get Steam Transfer Machine, which would be funny. That is not Steam Transfer Machine. That is Talisman. So then it will cry. Okay, but Fusion time, we go for Burn, and we just throw in stuff we don't particularly need primarily. Don't really want to get rid of the... We can do this. That's actually a tier 4, because we're turning in stuff that's too good. Alright. This works. Since this does nothing for us, and we don't really need it, since we won't see it on future floors, we'll roll with this. Gamble. There we go, Dust to Dust. We want this to be ++, because now Sloth Resonance, it's like 4 burn potency and 3 count to all enemies on combat start. So whenever all enemies start with some burn count, so pretty good stuff. We'll upgrade Fiery Down as well while we're here. We can't get to ++, but that's fine. Still good enough. Alright, now we're basically set on our burn shenanigans. Lowest star, sure thing. Yeah, so now we can see just how good our burn is going to be. I don't think I've ever upgraded Dust to Dust to ++ before. I actually wasn't fully sure if it became Sloth Resonance until I did some research before starting this run, because logically, when would you ever do that? If you're running a burn team, if you get Dust to Dust, chances are you have Ashes to Ashes and would just rather fuse it instead of upgrading it. That's kind of how it's been. Okay, but yeah, we're getting so much burn going on, which is pretty cool. And it gets multiplied thanks to that. And you can see, the big issue, of course, is that it will run out. But if we want to, we can just do a little bit of this. Now we've got Sloth Resonance, so now they get more burn. And we can just infinitely get their 2 Sloth Resonance with the Molar ideas in order to maintain burn infinitely. Without Dust to Dust, there's nothing that reduces burn count, so it works out. Just keep on spamming Lust skills to our heart's content. Pretty cool. We did get really lucky on that last floor shop, though. The fact that we got so many burn E.G.O gifts just like that, without really trying too hard, was pretty funny. It helps out a lot, though, that's for sure. Okay, you guys are no problem. We don't need to get the slot. We don't even need to bother with Slot Horizons until turn 3 anyways, because that's when it runs out. I just wanted to show it off last fight. But yeah, I think it's cool. There might have been a better unit to use than Molar Otis, all things considered, but I don't know, I think she's still good enough. She relies on her skill too, but she also does have a Lust Ego she can use. And if we really want to go fun even to Lust, we can Garden of Thorns. That is always an option. It's a weird option, don't get me wrong, but it is an option. Oh, we get the Mutilate Kill, so we get the reuse. Pretty nice. We didn't really need it, but it's always nice to see. Especially when I wasn't intending on it particularly. Cool. Let's see, Pegatula fight, simple enough. Bloodlust Gloom, it might just be Wrath ones. Would check out. Okay, mostly, but also a Sloth Plus. Interesting. These guys are weak to Lust, so that's pretty cool. You are weak to some other various things, I guess. Sure. What do we have that wins a clash against you? Doesn't look like it's a lot. Alright, neutral gaming it is. We're kind of doing a little more neutral gaming than we probably should. Maybe I should have used Slice on the Sloth guy instead, but, you know, live a little. Okay. Chef Gregor's idea of living a little is more so losing a little. That doesn't surprise me one bit. Try to do some damage. 50-50. Cool. The burn number is going up, so that's nice to see. And we do get to stagger the one that hit Gregor, so that's good. You're fairly close to death. Pop that on you, and otherwise just go fully into Sloth guy. Ryoshu probably kills the Wrath guy, and if she doesn't, we leave it down to burn. One of my favorite pastimes, watching wild animals be incinerated. I don't know if you can call these wild animals, though, when they're, you know, the embodiments of human sins. Lesser embodiments of human sins. I'll give them that, at least, right? Like, they're not, like, major embodiments of human sins, like, not like the gods of sins or something like that. They're just sins made given flesh, in small forms. More resources? Sure thing. Don't really need resources, but we don't have a way to build up gloom outside of Coffee and Cranes. So, you know, I guess it helps out. I think we're mostly set on gloom, because the only egoing we've done was the Sun Shower against Papa Bongy for the sake of it. Okay. Cool, so that no one will cry. You should cry. I think you should cry. Try getting some decent infliction on both parts. Like that, maybe? Sure. Okay. Unlucky Tails, that's fine. You can tank a little bit of damage. Sure thing. Shank isn't going to do enough to get the 4th coin off here, that's for sure. There is no way. I'm pretty sure you resist Lust all across, don't you? So that's unfortunate, but it's also very much to be expected with you. And it's fine. We'll get, you know, the burn damage. The burn damage will do good damage. Because burn is typeless, so that's nice at least. Why does the body not have any burn count? What? Does Dust to Dust not... Oh, Admiral is only getting 1 random part. I've actually never noticed that. Whenever I get to Dust to Dust, I usually fuse it basically immediately. And this isn't, you know, a stipulation for Soothe the dead. Okay. Be like that, I guess. Be like that. Try that, sure. Get some bleed, or get some burn going on the... Why did we not trigger dust to dust? Huh? We did the 2 sloth res. Oh, there's a sloth resonance also only 1 random part. Why is that the case? There goes, like, the entire idea I was going for. Alright. Little unfortunate. There's 1 random part. I've always assumed it said for After Melodies all parts. Or, like, each part or something like that. I've never actually bothered to read it, because, like, obviously, right? Like, why would it say anything else? Okay, let's just get the sloth resonance again. And I know body, we just want to stack a bunch of burn onto. Cool. Let's just stack the body a bunch. How's your charge looking? Good enough. Our envy stuff is also really good for burn because we've got, what's its face? Pinpoint logic circuit, so that's nice. And it looks like we did hit the arm with the sloth resonance, so that's good. The burn lives on. And it should be enough burn that you're going to reach 99 on... You're going to be at 99 on both parts next turn. And we just got to keep on hoping we get lucky with the 50-50s for the sloth resonance, don't we? Very unfortunate, but apparently that's how Dust to Dust works. Yeah, we gather the talismans. I didn't bother with the talisman gimmick whatsoever there, did I? I just wanted to do damage to you. Because of that, the attacks are a little scary, I guess. Right arm is good, but the body isn't good now. We can get the sloth resonance naturally, though, so that's fine. And we just attack you a bunch here because we can't inflict any more burn. You're at max burn on both parts. So we just hope... Okay, it looks like Daring Decision hit the right part again. Nice. Or not Daring Decision, Dust to Dust. It'll also do decent damage, get rid of the tremor on this guy by bursting it and reducing count, which is pretty fine. Alright. That's some damage on Honglu. Didn't get staggered, though. He's good, I guess. The gamble is kind of the gamble, because we get 1 Tails and we lose this clash. Or we would have at the earlier. Maybe not some of the later parts of the clash, but you know what I mean. Okay, we don't actually need to Sloth Resonance next turn, because this guy's dead. And even if he didn't die, we wouldn't need to, because both parts have enough count to survive a couple more turns. Okay. Thank God he no longer has the burn passive in Mirror Dungeon. Okay. Give me the cost, I think. I could take an E.G.O Gift, but there's not really an E.G.O Gift I'm looking for. What floor do we go to? What's an awful floor for us? That's pretty awful. I'm gonna reroll. None of these are speaking out to me. You? Do we Kim? I think we Kim. I think that's a good idea. I don't see how this could go wrong whatsoever. Yeah, cool. We just send it full bottom, probably. Looks good enough to me. We'll roll to see if we can get something good here. That is Thrill, okay. That is Piece of Relationship, okay. Some stuff that is really good but doesn't particularly center is what we're going with. Let's do a burn reroll just to see if there is anything I've forgotten. But I don't think so. We can get Hong Lu another skill too. Let's go. We love shanking people. And let's go after the Lithograph just for fun. Should have saved up cost for the end of the floor probably to get another good skill change. Because I also want more skill 2s on Otis, but we've kind of just been getting Yi-Songs, or no, we've just been getting Hong Lu so far, which I won't complain about. Shank is kind of really goated for us because it is potentially, you know, a 12 burn infliction. Or 16, I guess, because, yeah, plus. Okay, we can do some good damage here, that's for sure. Kim's also nice, because Kim only has one part, we don't need to worry about, being trolled by Dust to Dust. So that'll be good. We'll be able to sloth residents whenever we need to. Whenever we get Daring Decision, I guess. Usually that's a good indicator. Shank should just kill, because we get 4th coin without a doubt. These guys are weak to Pierce. And we're also getting some nice burn going, so that's cool. That one was evading, but doesn't matter. Yeah, kill that guy with Shank, and otherwise just attack this guy a bunch. Butcher Beyond is really nice for us. Because, you know, Pinpoint Logic Circuit means that we do get some burn with envy attacks. It's still not great, but it's something. It's better than nothing, right? Yeah, because Pinpoint Logic Circuit means that our envy attacks inflict bleed by half the coin count. Is it rounded up or is it rounded down? I guess I can check. Okay, that's not particularly great for Ryoshu, but that's fine. She doesn't need a skill 3 too much. Pinpoint Logic Circuit. It's rounded up, okay. So 3 or 4 coin envy skills inflict 2 burn on hit. Per hit, which is... It is burn. It's kind of worse than the 4 per hit with lust skills with fiery down plus. But that's alright. It still means that his skill 3 is equal burn infliction as his skill 2. Or his skill 1, I mean. Because skill 1, 2 coin lust. So that's 8 burn. While his skill 3 is 4 coin envy, which is 8 burn. Riveting math, I know. Oh, we actually triggered Flaring Brand there. That's cool. Unfortunately, every time we trigger Flaring Brand, it basically guarantees that Otis is only going for a skill 1, which means she's going to inflict a whopping 1 burn count, assuming she hits heads on it. Which she usually should, but you know how luck is sometimes. We should probably have Honglu in the first slot. We should have him anyways, because he's kind of the best for us in general, because he's the one who has so many skill 2s, and his skill 2s are all, you know, 3/4 coins, 12/16 bleed, burn, infliction, depending on how things go. Which is a lot, to say the least. It doesn't make a big enough difference for me to actually care too much. It won't matter for something like Kim, right? Because we're not going to gain more skill slots. I guess we could always bench someone who's not good for our team and just get Honglu like a second skill slot. Which is a funny idea. And I'm actually tempted to do it, thinking about it. We'll see how I'm feeling for the Kim fight, though, right? One more fight before we get there. But, like, if we were to, like, say... Probably you're kind of the worst for us, I think. Because you've got a 3-coin skill 1. Your skill 3 is decent for us. You can only... Your skill 1 is your only benefit, and it's only a 2-coin. And you do have Sangre de Sancho. We can't lifetimes 2 because it's burn infliction. But you do have Sangre de Sancho, which we could use, I guess. But it's only a single coin, so it's not really worth it. Okay. Seems like a solid enough plan. We do this instead. I know we don't need to do it for this fight already, since this fight is a normal encounter. We don't need to worry about focus encounter rules. But there's no reason not to do it just prematurely, just for the fun of it. Now we're going to be doing quite wholesomely. Oh yeah, I guess we probably should have gotten rid of Gregor, because now we can't get the Wrath Resonance. That's fine. I wasn't really doing it for making use of the Sinclair passive, since Sinclair passive, nice as it is, it's not a very big deal whatsoever. Now we get more Shanks, though, which means more bleed infliction, which is pretty funny. He's got 4 Shanks, so... Pretty high chance he gets burn infliction. I think I said bleed at one point there, but you know what I mean. They both start with B, and Lust is more closely associated with bleed usually, so running a Lust burn team is a little odd. That's how it goes. We were doing a similar thing the other day. When we were doing, you know, the Wrath bleed team. That had a couple burn units on it, right? The voice speaks. Sure thing. Who will step forth? It doesn't really matter who. Even if you fail this one, you just get a bunch of SP and HP healed, so it's pretty fine. An Endorphin Kit doesn't do anything for us, but it's cool. Alright. Milepost, sure thing. Little late mileposting, isn't it? Why, yes, yes it is. Honglu can get another shank. This guy has a lot of shanks in his deck. Oh god. And it's been fairly lucky, hasn't it? Oh, we don't have him to get fire down. That's fine. It only makes burn build up faster, which doesn't make the biggest deal. Just doesn't make the biggest difference. That's fine. Let's heal everyone up just for the fun of it. We don't really need it, but it's something. But yeah, if we take a quick look at Honglu, he no longer has any skill 1s. He's got 5 shanks and 1 mutilate, which means he basically can always infinitely shank. He'll have to mutilate occasionally when his deck is fully cycled through, and he gets, you know, the second mutilate full up if he hasn't used it yet. But that's, you know, at minimum 6 turns, right? Chances are it won't even be that soon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That is a little unfortunate for speed, potentially, but we can do this. So yeah, enjoy your 1 speed, idiot. Idiot. Okay. Yeah, do that. You'll have to go for a favorite. Actually, not necessarily if we do it like this. Okay, cool, that works. We're getting that Lust Resonance gaming. We just need to remember to get the Sloth Resonance every few turns. I guess we should do it anytime we see Daring Decision and stuff ready. That's probably a good time to do it. But I mean, every 3 turns should work. Oh, you're dodging, are you? You think you're so funny? You think you're so funny, huh? Well, you are pretty funny, I will give you that. Do we get you to 50? We do, cool. So yeah, we no longer need to inflict burn. Oh, this is a loss, huh? Well, I guess you're not at max burn now. That's fine. Do we get Daring Decision next turn? We do not. Cool. That's fine. You can do it like this. You're hopeless. You're not actually hopeless. You're fine. Walk it off. Walk it off. We'll keep on going for the shanks. Not that we really need to. Not that we're gonna get 4th queen anytime soon, but just for the fun of it, right? Your Sandy's getting a little low for my liking because of that clash you won. That's fine, though. But yeah, paralysis. It doesn't make any difference. We're fine. Huh. We have lowest star. I just realized that's the issue. I guess that's not the main issue. The main issue is that we lost that one clash, but either way, huh? And you're only taking 100 burn damage each turn because we don't have any way to speed up the burn damage, so don't think there's anything I can say beyond because that is the best that's the best response for what's going on here. Okay, you're getting countered, you'll be fine. Oh yeah, we're being mutilate trolled already because we've got 2 skill slots. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, you got me. What else is there to say? Well, I know what else there is to say, actually. I very intentionally got Roseate Desire over Cavernous Wailing for this run to prepare for this very situation. Unfortunately, you're super slow, but that's fine. Because we can get full Lust Resonance, which means that Garden of Thorns will also apply next turn. Would Garden of Thorns be much better if it was on turn start so that Gregor's speed didn't make a huge difference in whether or not it actually worked? Yes. Can you only reasonably get the 6 resonance on a Lust team, since in Focus Encounters that's how many slots you have, and Garden of Thorns is Lust? Yes. Do I keep on saying, do I still say Garden instead of Garden when I'm saying it because the Garden of Ban is on my mind for some reason still? It haunts me to this day? Yes! All that and more. Isn't that wacky? Well, we get our Lust damage up next turn, and that's what matters. You got Tails. Yeah. Since our burn is actually doing, like, pitiful damage, which, yeah, that's what it was going to do. We gotta rely on Garden. Okay, we can do it first this turn, though, so that's pretty good. We've got a lot of Lust power on us for now. And the Shanks should just finish you off pretty easily, because we're gonna get some 4-coin Shanks, aren't we? I'd assume so.
자, 이걸로 대신하지.
Okay. I didn't think about the fact that your sandy isn't that great right now. Okay, we have 4 coins on this one, though. We don't? Really? Was that, like, on the border? Okay. Do you die to burn? No, you die to slice. That's close enough, I guess. You know, was it a good run? Not really. Did we achieve what we set out to do? Yes. How much damage did Burn do in that fight? Like 300. Was that a tiny fraction of his HP? Yes. Why do I keep on doing this question thing just where I keep on asking myself a bunch of questions and answering them? I don't know. I'm just feeling it today, I guess. Some days you just feel it. Well, I'll take my 3 levels, thank you very much. Past level 996, we're getting there. We really are getting there. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I guess tomorrow we reach 1,000, don't we? Well, that's pretty nice to see, because we're gonna get, well, I'm gonna get a level from doing my dailies tomorrow. And then we'll get 3 from the battle pass. That's pretty cool. Either way, daily pull day. See how this goes. Merceau. Cool. Yisong target extraction. Is it going to be Yisong 50-50? Heathcliff, okay. And finally, 9 shard kind of day coming up. 9 shard kind of day, cool. Who do we get? Oh, another Heathcliff. Heathcliff kind of day. Maybe it's foreshadowing, Earl King. I guess for all I know, I'm kind of recording this the night before, so Earl King might have genuinely been teased the morning this came out or something. I wouldn't know. We'll see. Then probably not, though. Probably not. What are the odds that would happen? Earl King's probably still going to be like a week or 2. He's going to be like 2 weeks away, yeah. But yeah. Any team's a burn team if you try hard enough. Does that make burn good on any team? No, because burn needs Dark Flame or Glimpse of Flames to do much, if any, damage. And that's the end of the statement. That'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!